Alright, we're back, guys, for round 2 of this Battle for Zendikar draft. I will play first, definitely. And this is actually pretty good. It has a 2, 3, and 4 because Pilgrim's Eye is going to go get us our blue source. So I'm going to keep this. Having these Sentinel, like I said, I way underestimated this Sentinel. Being a good attacker and blocker for 2 mana is just great. It doesn't always work out as well as an attacker as it does in this deck, but since 90% of our creature base is colorless creatures, or actually it triggers off of colorless spells, so 90% of our spells being colorless means that it's a pretty good attacker. But we really showcased the deck last game, and opponent might have a blister pod here. Alright, guess not. Good for us. Alright, that's pretty good. So we're going to go with our Sentinel. And then next turn, Pilgrim's Eye, grab blue, attack for 2. Follow that up with Incubator Drone. We get to curve almost perfectly if we hit another black source. Alright, no land is good. Maybe Gideon's Reproach, though. That does deal with the Sentinel. Outnumbered is going to be fine here. In fact, that's what I'm going to suspect from my opponent. Go get an island. I would like to, yes. It is worth noting we could go grab another black, but no, it's definitely island. Alright, we'll see if we run into Gideon's Reproach or not. Nope. Alright, could get sheer dropped. If not, we get to attack for 3. See what our opponent's got. White-green usually has something to play by now. I hope I'm not playing into Planar Outburst. Ooh, if my opponent doesn't have anything, they're going to be in a lot of trouble. Alright, I'm probably not going to add any more creatures to the board after this if my opponent does it, because it looks like white-green usually has something to play by now. So it looks like potential board wipe. Do we actually have lethal if my opponent doesn't play a creature next turn? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 damage plus another 8 would be 14. Alright, you gotta have something. Blue. Alright. Well, we get to outnumber that. Alright, let me count up the mana, or the damage again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Using this would make it 6. And then that's 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 14. Put my opponent down to 1. I think I'm going to do that. Putting my opponent at 1 seems very good. And then next turn I have Demon's Grasp with my spawn. Yes, things get huge, put you down to 1. So you could have Planar Outburst. Next turn. Or Royal Mage's Trick would give him 1 more turn. Alright, don't play a Plains. I feel fine if you don't have a Plains. If he doesn't wipe me or have a fog effect, he's got to deal with 3 things this turn, which doesn't seem too doable. Alright, he does have another white, so let's see. Doesn't look like it. Could be a number of cards. There are 2 fog effects, really. There's Royal Mage's Trick and there's Encircling Fissure. Skyrider Elf is not going to do it. At this point, you're just showing me extra cards. Although Skyrider Elf is good. Alright, so my opponent's just white, green, blue creatures. Blue might be a splash for Skyrider. That's definitely a card you can splash the second color for. So I'm not showing my opponent anything new. I just get to attack and put him down to 1. Or, I mean, attack him down to 0. So I'm not sure why my opponent just showed me those cards. I don't even need to show him a second Sentinel. Weird. Very weird. Did my opponent just play the blue? Looks like he's fairly aggressive. It just looks like he drew his cards out of order. So we saw 3 creatures. I don't think I want to put in Rise Miasma yet. I didn't see a reason to put this in, even though he isn't colors that have a lot of Awaken stuff, white and blue. The trick is probably good against him. And I think I'm going to lose the same thing as before. Do I want to lose that? I think so. And I think I want the Royal Mage's Trick. And should probably have one more island. Because if he's heavy creature deck, that trick just gets very good. It lets me make trades. I can only max out at 3, though. I don't have a way to get a 4th mana. But let's try it out. And I keep cutting that vampire thing, but our deck really just wants to push in early. And that effect doesn't come into play on turn 7, and even then you might not get on 7. Plus we have 2 other things that are quite good at 6. A 0 lander, wow. Well, couldn't have drawn a worse hand. Oh, it almost hit keep. This is, ouch, this is bad. Opponent mulligan 2, but we do get to scry. At least we have all 3 colors, but Pilgrim's Eye is just looking bad here. So it needs to draw well. Pretty much any creature staying on top. Opponent mulligans. Or I'm sorry, opponent, are we on the play? Sludge Crawler can stay on top. Alright, I'm glad we both mulligan though. Again, my hand's not great, but Sludge Crawler could potentially trade for something. Ooh, Blister Pod. Oh, the offshoot. That's pretty good against us. Opponent probably boarded it in, but I've seen a lot of people main deck it. I'm not too scared of it, to be honest. It does account for a lot of life gain over the course of a game, but it doesn't actually do anything. And it's one less card that we're going to see from him. Plus, Sludge Crawler, well, it'd take a while before Sludge Crawler goes pushing through it. Alright, if our opponent has a 2-drop, that's pretty good. We're looking to just draw gas. Creatures, I wouldn't even mind Grave Birthing here. Alright, Gnarlid is fine. Looks like we've got a landfall type deck. Yeah, it's probably just a creature deck. We've seen nothing but creatures so far. 5 different ones. Alright, give me a Sentinel. That would be great. Anything but a land. Well, thank you, game. Alright. Pass the turn. If my opponent doesn't play a land here, then I'm fine trading Sludge Crawler for Snapping Gnarlid. If he does play a land, I just take 3. Or take 4. Pretty good. And it's Vigilant too. Not that I was attacking anyway. Alright, opponent did not add another thing to the board. Outnumber is going to be fine, and I think I could play it here. No, I can't. So again, no reason to show him the blue. He gets to attack us pretty freely again next turn. So our life difference is going to be quite a bit, but we're looking to overpower him eventually. I think I have a third black, so I'm just going to grab another mountain. Next turn it's possible we draw Nettle Drone, and we want to go Nettle Drone plus mountain. I don't think I want to trade Sludge Crawler and Pilgrim's Eye for this Gnarlid. And if he plays a land, yeah, so he's getting value here. He's getting a lot of value. And we're falling a little bit behind because our creatures don't do anything, really. Snapping Gnarlid's good. I'm down to 13. Our opponent can go with a 4-drop here. Alright, and he does nothing, though. So, give me something. Nope, we did not want to see that. I'm going to try to kill it off. He could use a pump spell or something to save it. Gruesome Slaughter not looking so good with the hand that we have here. Alright, he is going to... Oh, that's so bad for us. Yep. Wow, incredibly bad for us. Hoping he hits Pilgrim's Eye, but just hit Sludge Crawler. Yep. Wow, we need to draw something fast. I'm trying to think of what we want to draw. Again, Sentinel wouldn't even be bad here. It still just blocks his Gnarlid, but he hasn't played anything else. If he plays something like Territorial Bailoff this turn, it's just hard for us to come back at all. We could take a couple more hits off this. Even if we draw something that's 3 power, we can Gruesome Slaughter. Our opponent does not add to the board. Jeez, are you kidding me? Wow, this is bad. Going down to... It sucks because if he plays a land, he's hitting for more damage. If he doesn't play land, it means he doesn't have lands. And what could that mean? Alright, that's pretty good. It makes our Gruesome Slaughter better next turn. I'm not going to block with Pilgrim's Eye, so I'm going to attack with it. Opponent with 4 cards in hand, but he didn't play a land last turn, so I'm not sure what's going on. Maybe he has, like, Big Eldrazi or something. That card's pretty good. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Alright. Yes. Okay, that's good for us. Alright, now question is, what do we want to do this turn? He does have up... There is one thing he could play here. The thing that prevents damage. I'm going to leave my blockers back, and if he plays a land, I'll probably exile this thing. Well, now I've just got to get rid of that, don't I? I don't, actually. Well, yeah, I'll probably end of turn Ghostly Sentinel and get rid of one of his white sources. See if he attacks. Alright, he does not, so get rid of this. Doesn't really matter. Alright, and hitting any of our removal now is pretty good. Or any creatures are good. Anything but lands should be fine. Sentinel would be good. That was terrible. Alright, so Gruesome Slaughter. 5, 6. Honestly, if I draw Swarm Surge next turn, I can clear his board. As of right now, though, I can Gruesome Slaughter off one thing. Which doesn't seem really worth it. So I'm going to wait one more turn. If he draws a land, I take 7 on the attack. So I probably should have attacked with Pilgrim's Eye since I'm not blocking. Oh man. I've hit 9 lands. Alright, he does draw a land. Opponent up to 24, attacking with big things. I should probably block, because Swarm Surge still works, and if he has a pump spell, I'm dead to it. So I'll probably throw this Scion in front of the Great, whatever it is. Or go down to 1, but a pump spell kills me. So he could have Swell of Growth, which is not unlikely given his deck. Yeah, I'm gonna chump just in case. Go down to 5. Not terrible. Pretty good with Gruesome Slaughter next turn. It means if I can fade one turn from my opponent, I can Gruesome Slaughter to kill off both these things. Because I can go Pilgrim's Eye and Incubator, deal 3 to this, Sentinel, deal 2 to Gnarlid. And play the land just in case we play something colorless that can also attack. Alright, opponent, let's see what you got. 4 cards in hand. Alright, he has a land. So I definitely have to chump something this turn. Yeah. Sentinel's gonna block Snapping Gnarl. He might just attack with this. Looks like opponent's still trying to figure out if he wants to attack with the Gnarlid or not. I think I have to block. Same reason I blocked last turn. If he has a pump spell, which it looks like he likely does, because he's not playing anything, then I'm dead to it. And this at least still gives me a way to not lose the game. I could still go colorless. Oh no, I can't. I could go Forerunner, Give Haste, Gruesome Slaughter. Ooh, that's good actually. That's very good for me. It also gives me a colorless creature for next turn. So, Awaken, bounce this. I don't need the second island. Alright. And I'm just going to ship the turn back. Hopefully he just replays that thing. Or maybe he plays one more creature. Then I can try and get him. I haven't seen his slew of other creatures. Oh yeah, he was playing blue too, so it's possible he just has a bunch of blue cards in hand. Alright, what would be the worst thing is the 7/6 Trample Hexproof. That's almost impossible for me to deal with at this point. And it looks like he's slamming it. Oh, Emiria Shepherd. Whew, thankfully we can deal with that. With Gruesome some slaughter. Because we can go 3 and 2 and incubator drone kill this. Is there a way to kill everything? I don't think so. Not at all. If I cast... Oh! Maybe there is actually. No. No. Alright, game is not over yet. We start with Kozilek Sentinel. Make my other Sentinel bigger. Alright, now we Gruesome Slaughter. And let me make sure I read this correctly. Till end of turn, colorless creatures you control gain. Tap, this creature deals damage equal to its power to target creature. Alright, so that Shepherd is dying. So is your Snapping Gnarlid. And we should... This thing cannot tap this turn, though, so I only have 3 guys. Alright. Do this correctly, so I need to aim 2 guys at the Shepherd and 1 at Gnarlid. And I know one of the guys in his hand is that 2/3, so he's got 2 unknowns. Boom. Alright, so we're still in this. And we can start attacking with this island. I'm guessing my opponent either has huge things or all blue mana. Or blue cards. Uh-oh, blue source. So, he has the Undo and potentially more things. Cloud Manta, Sky Rider would be bad. We have a lot of live draws, though. A lot of removal in the deck. We could draw the -5/-5. We could draw Stone Fury. Looks like Sky Rider Elf. Nope. Something different. Ouch. Very good for him. And it has haste, so we have... No, I'm probably not going to block it, though. Although if he has the Lithomancer's thing, we're dead to it, so let's see if he has it. He does not. Alright, that was insanely good for my opponent. Coastal Discovery is a great card. Alright, there's Stone Fury. Which means I can well, I can't exactly jam in everything. I should leave back 1 blocker in case he has another Awaken card, but I do get to attack and get in a little bit of damage now. Alright. I would love for him to play another Awaken card and target this forest. He has... Alright, so he plays land for turn. One, 2, 3, 4. Is this gonna... 5. It's gonna be another Awaken spell, I think. Royal Spout, targeting another land. Oh, are we just dead here? Yeah, if I Stone Fury this one, then he attacks with the other one. Alright, we're dead. Opponent's deck is pretty decent, actually. I think he just got flooded. Yeah, let's go to round 2. Alright, this is the matchup I want Volcanic Upheaval for. I'm only going to put in 1, though. Because I still have Grip of Desolation. Could take out a Bone Splinters. But it seemed fine there. I think we just drew terribly there. And we even made a little bit of a comeback, so I'm not too disappointed about it. We just need to be faster than our opponent. Sure, I'll take the trick back out. And I'll go with the volcanic upheaval. So let's add that in. Alright, let's hope for a good opener. Being on the play should make a difference against our opponent's deck. He has a Marius Shepherd. We have a lot of removal though, so we can deal with that. Alright, do we have a keeper? We have a 1-drop. We do need to draw another land to make it good, but we also have Bone Splinters as a backup plan. If we get our 3rd mana, we can Pilgrim's Eye for blue and have Incubator Drone. It's not amazing, but it is a keep. Our opponent is probably playing more than 17 lands as well, given they have Awaken and landfall cards. And 7-drops. Alright. Do you have the offshoot again? Awful. Of course, turn 1. Alright, so I want to see a Sentinel or a land. Not that. That is not what I want to see. Alright, please draw a land next turn. It would be fantastic if we drew an island so I can go fetch the other red source. Am I going to see a Gnarlid here? Alright, opponent's got the perfect cards. Land. No! Stop it. It would suck to lose to Mana Screw here. That would be awful. I didn't play Bone Splinters there. I'm going to take 4. This looks exactly like how our opponent started off last turn, except he has 1 more card in hand. I still feel fine if I draw another land, because I'm going down to 16. Can't block. Alright, land or Bone Splinters. Alright, cool. And it was a red source, so I don't need to worry about the Stone Fury yet. Next turn, I can go Nettle Drone plus Bone Splinters, or I could go Grave Birthing plus Bone Splinters. Alright, that land was crucial. I'm going to take some more damage on my opponent's turn, but big play. Go ahead and get my island. And ship it back. So, probably Nettle Drone, Bone Splinter, Sack Sludge Crawler to hit something. Ooh, my opponent did not play a land there. That is pretty big game too. There's no way he plays a land second main. Oh, okay. So, I see. My opponent was trying to incentivize me to double block the Gnarlid so that he could blow me out with this, which would have been great. I didn't even think about Natural Connection. I'm fine with him playing it here. It means he probably actually does have a land in hand. Natural Connection's a fine card. It's instant speed, rampant growth for 1 extra mana, but it does set up things like this where you can instant speed some shenanigans. Ooh, he did not actually play a land from his hand, though. So, we're gonna go island. And now I'm kind of curious, like, do I actually want to Bone Splinters now? I probably don't. A lot of options here. I feel like I want to get Nettle Drone down, though. Because it starts offsetting the damage from the offshoot. I also feel like I should attack with Pilgrim's Eye regardless of what I do. Gotta play a little quicker. I have 10 minutes left. I'm debating Bone Splinters now, because if he plays something else after it, then I'm in a little bit of trouble. I could always draw land in Stone Fury. Can afford to take another hit off Gnarlid. Yeah. Not going to play it too safe. Remember, my opponent did not have lands in hand before. What you got? Alright, I'm at 11. Wow, lots of life gain. I wonder if he has Felidar Sovereign in his deck. Alright, so Sludge Crawler's just never getting through, so I think I'm going to ping him for 1, play Grave Birthing, Bone Splinters the Snapping Gnarlid. Or I could play Incubator Drone, which blocks this very well. Oh, I can't Grave Birthing plus Bone Splinters. So maybe Sentinel's the play here. I could go Grave Birthing into Sentinel. Sentinel blocks very well. He's going to counter me? Okay. Well, I guess that's fine. Alright, he could attack with his Stonehaven too. Does he hit land number 5? Lots of life gain is bad for my deck. One more land and I have... Well, actually, if I don't draw land, I'm going to play probably Incubator Drone. Alright, he chooses not to attack. So let's make sure we ping him at end of turn. Alright, gotta play a little quicker. Great. Fantastic. Alright. So... ping him. Play Incubator Drone. I guess I should be bluffing Outnumber since he knows about it. Untap Nettle Drone. Nettle Drone gives me a guy. And I can attack for 1 in the air. Then end of turn, he gains 1, so it's going to be a bit of a long game. Yep. Core Castigator. Not too worried about that. He didn't... He had typed down his white man to do that. Fantastic. But we don't have the extra black source to do that right now. So what I'm feeling is get rid of this 1-3 because that's slowing me down quite a bit. And I can block this with a number of things. It doesn't feel great though because I'd have to trade Incubator Drone for it. I could leave Pilgrim's Eye back though. Sure, let's get rid of it. It does account for a good bit of damage over time. And I'm just going to pass the turn without attacking so that I could potentially trade Pilgrim's Eye for Core Castigator. I don't think he attacks, though. This is an instance where I wish I had Royal Mage's Trick. Opponent has lots of cards in hand, but is not hitting that 5th land. Grip of Desolation is going to be great. He's already a little punished on land. Alright, that's pretty nice, but I can untap that anyway. So if I tap Nettle Drone, it does not untap normally. Attack with the Castigator, do it. I will do this. Black Source, Black Source, Black Source, Swamp, 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 Swamp. Opponent's doing things on my upkeep. Maybe he has adverse conditions. That is a card. Alright, this is pretty good. I get to Nettle Drone twice. You. Guess I should have just tapped another mountain there. Nettle Drone untaps. Alternatively, I could be Stone Raining this Castigator and just jamming in, pushing in a little bit of damage, but then I don't have good removal for anything that comes up. I'm also running out of time. Oh, so what is this going to be? Alright, interesting. Dispel. I'm glad he's using that on that, though. So, let's ping him. Let's untap him. And I will attack now. Because Kozilek Sentinel does a pretty good job of blocking that Castigator. Opponent just has a ton of reactive cards. If he just does nothing this turn, I might Stone Fury his Castigator. That's going to search for lands. That would be great with Emiria Shepherd on the field. Search for 2 planes. Sucks that he exiled that, or he countered that Grave Birthing, because that was going to draw me a card. Yep. Black Source. Nope, but that'll work just fine. I'm snapping that off immediately. I can do this in response to Nettle Drone's ability, right? Yep. Oh yeah. Well, Nettle Drone him first, and then Nettle Drone will untap. Alright, and this gets rid of the Castigator. I feel like I'm in great shape. He could counteract it with some sort of combat trick to make Castigator stronger this turn. Maybe that's what he's going to do. Or he could counter my complete disregard again. He could have something like Spell Shrivel. Or... Alright, he is just going to make his guy bigger. That's fine. Which means I can't attack into it, still. Alright, but I'm going to attack him for 1 with Pilgrim's Eye. It's good that he has to use all these spells defensively like that, because that could have been the other way around. I could have used complete disregard, or like that could have fizzled it on the attack rather than me using it proactively. Putting it at 7 lands. 3, 4. Or he's just gonna sack and I guess use the offshoot. He's gaining 2 life here up to 18. I'm hesitant to lead with the Stone Fury because then I might be stranded with this gripping hand that I can't cast. But if I draw black, I'm immediately Stone Furying this Castigator. So I'm going to run out of time at this time. Not great, but it does make Stone Fury better. Does he have anything that could protect? No, you know what? I'm going to go for it. And now I get to start attacking. You can only block so much of this. He could have Gideon's Reproach. Alright, now we're getting some damage in. Alright, please don't play Emiria Shepherd now. Or some ridiculous thing. Or if you do, that's fine. You can play your big thing, but give me a black source so that I can play my big thing. I have about 5 minutes on the clock. It should be enough time to do it. Clutch would be very good here as well. Uh-oh. Could be Coastal Discovery. Royal Spout, which means I'm drawing a blank card and he's attacking me. Alright, not great for me. Alright, he chooses not to attack though. So he blanked my draw step. Alright, if I draw a black source, I get the 2-for-1 creature count here. Oh god, I need it. I need it really bad now. Alright, let me get it, and got it. Alright, could he have anything? He could have a counterspell, and that's the worst case scenario. And I feel like that's not improbable. Alright, no counterspell, sir. If he has a counterspell, I'm probably just dead here, actually. Because that Skyrider elf is hard for me to deal with. Man, is he... No! Stasis Snare targeting what? Does that... That just gets rid of one of my guys? Probably gets rid of the Nettle Drone. Yeah. Alright, so that does not actually fizzle my spell in any way. And I do get rid of his guys. Alright. He could have another Awaken card, which punishes us, but at the most he's hitting us for 4. This way we get in for at least 5 damage. And it forces him to have something. Alright, we got a game. How's it gonna end? I've used up a lot of my good removal. Do not have Nettle Drone. Gruesome Slaughter. Nope, another land. I'm gonna keep that in hand. He probably just attacks me with this thing, to be honest. Go for another land. Alright, that means he's going to have 2 cards in hand. Shepherd would be awful for me. Alright, 1 card in hand. 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh god. Well, this is bad. Does that do anything? Unfortunately not. Man. Oh, we are gonna lose this game, aren't we? Alright, I need Clutch of Currents. That would be the ideal draw. Or if he tries to Coastal Discovery here. Or do something with Awaken. Oh man, he just drew gas off the top like crazy. Is there even anything we can draw? Oh, it feels so bad losing this game like that. Oh man. Alright, what do we got? Nope. We're just dead. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I can't believe that happened. Oh my god. Man, he just hit all the stuff. And I hit this really late card, which would have been fine earlier. I have to block this. Take 2. And I've just got no way to win now, because even if I draw a Clutch of Currents, I can only bounce one of those. I have to deal with 2 threats, and I can't. Nope. Good game. Geez, that would have been good last turn. Nope, he wins this one. That was a very good game. Shows you that offshoot is fine. I think I should have Stone Fury'd that guy a couple turns earlier. But, there you go. That was a long one. He wins. Geez, I can't believe he top decked Devastator. Like, he must have top decked this into this while I'm going land into land destruction into land.